Today we're going to take a look at solving percent problems. And there's going to be two different methods that you can use to solve these problems. The first method is going to be the proportion method. And so I like the proportion method because you don't have to worry about moving decimals when you're dealing with this method. And you guys already know how to solve proportions. So when you're doing the proportion method, you're going to always think of is over of equals the percent over 100. Percent means out of 100, so that's why we always put the percent over 100. Is over of, you might have heard it as part over whole. I like to use is and of because those are the words you'll often see in the problem. So some examples. 5 is 20% of what? So again, we're going ahead and we're using those words that we've seen before. So 5, it says 5 is, so I know that 5 is going to go in the numerator. 20%, the percent always goes over 100. And so it says of what? Of is what we're trying to find. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to have this. Now we have what we had before, and we're going to go ahead and we are going to cross multiply. So we have 5 times 100 and we have 20 times x. So I'm going to end up with 20x is equal to 500. And then I can go ahead and I can divide. Again, I'm showing my work. So I'm going to end up with, my zeros cancel out here. I'm going to end up with x is equal to 25. Here's another example using the proportion method. It might say, what is 8% of 80? So this time I'm solving for my is. I don't know what my is. I know my percent, again, is 8, and that always goes over 100. And then my of is 80. So now I can go ahead and I can cross multiply just like we've done. And so I'm going to get 100x is equal to 640. And then I can go ahead and I can divide by 100, and I'm going to end up with x is equal to 6.4. Another example is where I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to find the percent this time. So what percent of 60 is 4? So my is 4, my of is 60, I don't know the percent, so that's what's going to go over 100. And then I can go ahead and I can cross multiply again. So I end up with 400 equals 60x. If I go ahead and divide, I'm going to end up with x is equal to about 6.67%. You get 6.6 repeating. So I just went ahead and I rounded that. So the proportion method is method 1. The other method we have is the decimal method. And so with the decimal method, we're not setting up fractions. It's also called the equation method because we're going to go ahead and we are going to write equations for it. And when we're doing this, we know that is means equals, and of means multiply. The thing with this method is you're always going to be moving a decimal at one point in the problem. So if they give you a percent at the beginning of the problem, you need to turn that percent into a decimal at the beginning. If you're finding the percent, you're going to take your answer and then you're going to move that decimal in order to make your answer into a percent. So a few examples of these ones. What is 20% of 70? So I'm going to say what, that means, that's my variable, is means equal. Now 20%, I need to turn that into a decimal. And remember, to turn a percent into a decimal, you move the decimal over twice. So you're going to get 0.2 or 0.20. Of means multiply. Again, I'm not using x to indicate multiplication because x is a variable. And so then if I multiply, I'm going to end up with 14. Here's another example. I might have 16 is 5% of what? So 16 is means equals. 5% as a decimal is 0.05. Again, because you're always moving your decimal over twice. And then it's going to be times x. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to divide both sides by 0.05. And so when I do that, I'm going to end up with x is equal to 320. My last example is going to be one where we're going to have to move the decimal at the end. So 20 is what percent of 80? So 20 is, we don't know, of means multiply, so times 80. I'm just going to rewrite this so it's in a format that we normally see. We normally see the number before the variable. And then I can go ahead and I can divide. If I divide, I'm going to end up with x is equal to 0.25. However, I am not done because I need to turn 0.25 into a percent. So I'm going to move the decimal over twice and I'm going to get 25%. So I typically will like the proportion method because I don't need to worry about moving my decimals at all. What I get as my answer is my answer. With the decimal or the equation method, you have to remember to move your decimal either in the beginning if they give you a percent or at the end if you're finding a percent. So sometimes people make mistakes on these ones because they don't remember to move their decimal. It's totally up to you what method you want to use. However, you need to make sure you're showing all steps of your work.